Maybe I'm crazy, but you're not snatching my chain, babe.
Would you stop bringing up that damn turnover chain?
That's a good comeback by you. I wasn't expecting that one.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not.
I'm Joy. Welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. That's Brandon Newman. Thank you for joining us. We've got a lot to get to today. Michael Crabtree, Aqib Talib, that feud, as I alluded to a moment ago. Kevin Durant is woke now. It's very exciting stuff. AFC week. I mean, AFC is weak. A little Freudian slip there. It is, though. Yeah. And Derrick Rose is on the Petty Report. If you know anything about my history with Derrick Rose, then you know I'm going to bring that heat. And my losers this week are the Hurricanes and the turnover chain. The Alabama Crimson Tide and the Grizzlies and 49ers fans. We'll get to all that in a moment. But let's start with the snatching of chains. 2 chains. Snatching of 2 chains.
He now has 2,
So, yes, he does have 2. So, Michael Crabtree and Aqib Talib got in a huge fight in the stupid Broncos-Raiders game this weekend that we otherwise would not have been talking about because the Raiders are a huge disappointment this year and the Broncos are a dumpster fire. But they made it interesting because they continued their feud from last year. Basically, what happened was Michael Crabtree came into the game with the desire to get into a fight with Aqib Talib.
Yeah.
That's essentially what happened. He started it by punching Chris Harris Jr. on one of the first snaps of the game. That got everybody's juices flowing. And then I'm sure you've seen the scuffle at this point. They all got thrown out. They've now been suspended 2 games. They're going to get fines. I don't know. They're going to appeal. I don't know if 2 games is really necessary. It seems a little bit off balance, but considering all of the PR that's been swirling around the NFL, I think they're probably just going to be like, yeah, you're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But it's really stupid. The whole thing is stupid. And I blame it all on Michael Crabtree.
Why Michael Crabtree?
Because it's his fault. First of all, he should have taken care of this last year. The first time you get your chain snatched, what do? I mean, I told you, you're not snatching my chain.
I've never had that happen to me
so
before.
Hypothetically, you're wearing a chain and you played football.
Yes.
Let's pretend that you wore a chain. I'm assuming you didn't.
Yes, I did not.
Okay, so let's pretend that you did and someone walks up to you and snatches your chain. What do?
You punch that person regardless if they have a helmet or not.
Correct. Although I do maintain my position that the helmet is undefeated, as it is designed to protect your head.
You have to.
So I understand the purpose of the swing. However, it's not actually going to do anything because, as I mentioned, the helmet is designed to protect your head.
But you have to let them know that you're serious.
I agree.
Yes.
You end it the first time, right? Well, Crabtree didn't do that. All right? He did not handle it. So he got his chain snatched again. And it's on him. Of course Aqib Talib is going to do that because Aqib Talib is about that life, as we all know.
Yes,
there's no disillusions about that. Everyone understands it. Well, the problem is they're getting suspended now. And for the Broncos, it's whatever. They're 3-8. Their season is over. They don't have a quarterback anyway, even if their defense did manage to rise them from the dead. So it's RIP Broncos anyway. But for the Raiders, Amari Cooper is likely out in concussion protocol. And they need Michael Crabtree. So it was legitimately stupid. And he came into the game with the intention of having this fight. So it's very selfish. And like I said, Aqib Talib, this is what he does. He snatches chains. And you're not going to do nothing about it.
You don't snatch chains at work. You don't snatch chains at work.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? Please elaborate.
They're literally working. They're on the football. Their job is to play football.
Correct.
They're playing football. Talib Kweli is out here snatching chains.
Okay, so you don't like the idea. Don't disrespect Talib Kweli like that, all right?
Apologize to the Godfather rap.
You don't like the idea of this fight. Like, you think it's a bad look.
Oh, it's a terrible look, and people have said it, and it's kind of, I feel very fuddy-duddy, get off my lawn. But
it is a fuddy-duddy, get off my lawn take. But you should own it.
You can't have, right now, when football is under a microscope, not even the NFL, football as a whole is under a microscope. I have a son in the future. We're not expecting anything, but a son, DeQuesman's coming long way down the road. I can't show this NFL game to my mother-in-law and expect them to be okay with DeQuesman playing football.
Okay, so I will back up for like 3 seconds, and then we're going to move on. You are upset about Aqib Talib and Michael Crabtree getting in a chain snatching fight because of your future hypothetical son named who?
DeQuesman.
DeQuesman,
yes.
DeQuesman, not being able to play football because your mother-in-law will be upset at this scene.
Precisely.
Cool. So, my opinion.
Do you understand what I'm saying, though? Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't think it's a good look for the NFL, especially because this game was otherwise, like I said, irrelevant. Not for the Raiders, but just nationally. We're not talking about this game unless this happens. But the whole thing is just stupid. And Michael Crabtree, if you get your chain snatched, handle it the first time around. We don't need to see it a second time.
I hear you. It's a bad look for football to have two African-American players fighting during a game, snatching chains. It's black and white. It's not a good look.
It's an inherently violent sport. You're going to have incidents, but this is a predetermined situation.
Which
so
is the
I'm
problem.
with you.
I'm with team fights. I'm all about if we're fighting for the greater good. We don't like the team rivalries.
Yeah, it was a little too personal, but that's why they're getting suspended. But thank you for that transition. That's what we in the biz call a transition. So Kevin Durant did another think piece. He's doing a lot of think pieces these days, long form journalism pieces. Interviews, if you will. So he did an interview with Logan Murdoch of the San Jose Mercury News, and he talked about his new epiphany on being black in America. Now, he's in the Bay now, which is a very woke area.
The wokest. Probably
the wokest of the entire country, traditionally. So that's not a new thing for that area. And he said he's finally waking up, to be honest, just kind of seeing how rough it is for the average black man. And on top of that, a black man makes one mistake. I see how far we get pushed down. For me, I grew up in this basketball world, whereas my talent kind of overrides what I look like. So it kind of hit me today. We're really watching the evolution of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You know, like Rob Parker made this point on Undisputed earlier. I thought it was interesting. Like when he won the MVP, he was like so sweet, you know, and he gave that infamous speech, "You the real MVP." We were like in love with Kevin Durant.
Fell in love with Wanda.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, Mama D. And then he kind of turned it around when he started coming at the media. Like, okay, but they're the ones that voted you MVP, so were they stupid when they voted you MVP, or they're just stupid now? And I don't like the whole like curmudgeon, I hate the media thing, because I'm in the media, but also I just think this is part of your job.
Right.
It's part of what you do. So this is a new chapter. Then we went through the whole social media thing where you can't fix the internet. Kevin, you can't fix the internet. You can't do it. And he talked about that also. It's obvious that the backlash that he got from going to Golden State really hurt him, like in his insides. Yeah. It bothers him, like to his core. It did. It really did. And I don't know if I associate that with the race things that he was talking about, because that's exclusive to sports. Like everybody gets that in sports. So I don't know if I associate that with it, because that was another part of this interview.
Right.
But this particular part of it where he is now woke, I love. Because here's the thing. It's never too late to be a better person. All right?
It's true.
Maybe for me. But for everybody else, it's never too late to be a better person. It's never too late to be woke. It doesn't excuse all the things that you did before.
Right.
But if you want to change, like if you want to grow up, if you want to learn about the world and like learn about other people and what they're going through, that's fine. I'm fine with that. And Kevin Durant grew up rough. He grew up in D.C. When the inner cities were being plagued by crack. It's not like he doesn't know what this experience is like. He just has been protected because he's been in basketball and he's understanding that. So I like that. I haven't seen any like negativity towards it, but I just think a little kudos to Kevin Durant, and I like that he's putting himself out there in a positive way.
Yeah, I think I'm more upset that there's not more media talk about this article as a whole. Like Kevin Durant is talking about waking up, the importance of it, how much Colin Kaepernick played a role in him waking up, and just being in that area where it's okay to love whoever you love and not be criticized for it. The whole thing is really changing my opinion on Kevin Durant. Like I've wanted to hate him for so long, and he was just so goofy, and he got these random tattoos, and he explains the tattoos.
He explains the tattoos, which I appreciate, because I didn't understand them. I didn't understand them.
I mean, he said, I tweeted out today, the Rick James one.
Who does he have? He has Rick James,
Tupac. I think those are the only ones that are like on his legs. He got those when he got to the Bay Area. Okay. But he also got the Tupac one from watching a YouTube video, which is like, I mean,
it's a little millennial.
When can you find Tupac though? Like as a millennial trying to like get into the roots of where you're at right now. But
I knew about Tupac before you too.
Yeah, he did too. But like I give him a little bit of a pass. But it is nice to see him. No,
I hope he sticks with this. It seems like he's growing.
Yeah.
But you never really know with Kevin Durant.
Never
kudos for now. Kudos for now.
Kudos for now. I like that.
All right. So as I mentioned earlier, the AFC is interesting. Now this hurts me. All right, it does hurt me because I was just in Pittsburgh last week. Yep. Pittsburgh is my hometown, and I do love the Steelers, but they're frauds. They're frauds, and it's all coming. It's crumbling down. It's on the horizon, and people, you got like a few little hairs.
I'm telling
you. There you go. You know, every time I see you, you've got like a hair somewhere that doesn't belong to you.
It's No Shave November, so I'm catching everything.
Okay, so you're catching everything?
Hugs and all that crazy stuff. Yeah.
Hugs and hairs. So as I'm there's like this feeling of unrest around the Steelers, right? Mm-hmm. Because Ben keeps dropping these hints like he's going to retire. His heart's not in football anymore. Maybe he doesn't have it anymore. And Steelers fans know what it's like to not have a quarterback. Mm-hmm. So that is on the horizon. But more importantly, this year, it's really just the Patriots and the Steelers, right? Except for the Patriots own the Steelers. They own them. They are the Steelers' daddies. And I know that that's painful, but that's just the reality. And Mike Tomlin was talking about week 15. Mm-hmm. Patriots are coming to Heinz Field. There's going to be fireworks. Well, I damn sure hope so, because Tom Brady is playing better than he's ever played, and he's gonna bring that work to Heinz Field. And
their defense is better than the Patriots' defense. Let me just say that. I have to get it off my chest. You continue.
Yeah, but Roethlisberger is tied for the second most interceptions in the NFL this season. Do you know who he's tied with? Deshaun Kaiser.
Two gunslingers.
That's your boy.
Two gunslingers. We like both of those guys.
No, so they barely, beat the Packers. They allowed 28 points to that Packers team that was shut out the week before by the Ravens.
They played very well. The Packers. 5
of their 9 wins have come by 6 points or less, and that's over the Browns and the Colts and the Brett Hundley Packers. I don't like it. I'm just saying, I know everybody is hype on the Steelers right now, and they're playing good, and they're 9-2, and it's real cute. But I just think when the Patriots come in town, they're gonna remind everybody that they're the Steelers' daddies. And I understand everyone's gonna be very upset about this take, but it's just a reality, and it's happening. So it's better if you just see it on the horizon and start to allow it to wash over you, rather than getting super hype about it and then being disappointed.
I did it. I looked up some stats to back up why the Steelers could possibly win. Could beat the Patriots.
Hey, any given Sunday. It's a game of inches, all right?
That was my stat, any given Sunday. Looking at my notes. That's all the stats I had was any given Sunday.
Really? What do you have, though?
Any given Sunday.
Oh, okay.
That's real. Al Pacino.
No, yes, I agree. It's a game of inches with your fingernails. I agree, that's all there is to it, really. But then you're hoping that Tom Brady has a bad game. Nah.
He doesn't even need to have a bad game for them to win. That's how good the big bees are, or the killer bees are. The bees.
Killer bees?
Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown.
I thought you were alluding to those terrible bee.
No, I hope they wear those, though.
No, I don't like those. No. All right, it's time for in or out.
In or out. Are my in or out? Meow.
All right, what am I in or out on?
Okay, after starting the season 5-0, the Kansas City Chiefs have lost 5 of their last 6 games. Kansas City's offense has been struggling, and fans have been asking for Alex Smith to get benched for first-round draft pick Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Joy, are you in or out on Patrick Mahomes starting for the Chiefs?
Out.
Woo!
Very out. Out.
Why so strong?
Okay, here's why. What's Alex Smith doing that's new? Is he doing something new? Is something about Alex Smith that's happening that is new here? Am I missing something?
Well, it's new compared to the fact that he was playing like
so Alex
new
Smith
Alex Smith at the beginning of the season.
He was playing good, and now he's not playing good.
Yes.
That's new for Alex Smith?
Well, I mean, in the history of time.
No.
In 2017, no.
No, Alex Smith is very on brand, all right?
Yes.
Sometimes he plays good. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he doesn't play good.
Right.
Right? So that's what you get. That's what you get with Alex Smith. Remember that time Alex Smith was benched for somebody else before? Remember when that happened?
Yeah, in 2012. And it happened another for injury, but.
Right.
Yeah.
So Alex Smith is not playing very well. The Chiefs are losing after starting looking like they were a Super Bowl team to some people, not to me. Just on the record, I was not on board with that.
Not during the 5-0 streak, Joy.
Nope. No.
They looked real.
Oh, you know who was the quarterback of that team when they were on a 5-0 streak? Alex Smith. Who are we talking about right now? Alex Smith. Here's the thing. I maintain that if you draft a quarterback high, you should start them at the beginning of the season. Well, we're too far in the season now. What just happened? What did McDermott do? How did that work out for the Bills? Did it work out well for them?
Well, Nate
Pete threw 5 interceptions.
Might have started
Remember when that happened?
With the Bills defense.
No, it's a bad idea. All right, if you're going to do it, do it at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. All right, not now that Alex Smith is doing exactly what Alex Smith always does.
Yes.
All right. It's not his fault. This is your fault. And if you put Patrick Mahomes in there and then he fails and you go back to Alex Smith, you look like ridiculous. You look like the Bills. When in doubt, don't be like the Bills. Okay, that's a fact.
That's not a gut data fact. The Bills are going to the playoffs, though.
Okay, this is all fun. All right, everything we're saying is really fun right now.
They're going to the playoffs.
There's no point in putting Patrick Mahomes in there. Ride it out. Start him next year if you want to start him. Patrick. Why? Why risk it?
So you rather build Alex Smith's resume on why he should be benched at the end of the season than let Patrick Mahomes possibly get them into the playoffs with the last few games of the season?
No, I'm saying that you're putting Patrick Mahomes in a position to fail by putting him in the season right now. If you did it at the beginning of the season, that's different. But you knew what Alex Smith was. You got all crazy. You got all excited. Travis Kelce's doing his little dance and stuff. You know, we all love the Chiefs. Very fun, very adorable. Now they're playing bad because this is what it is. No, I'm out on it. Let's move on.
I'd love to move on. You just destroyed that take. Okay, bear with me. Sharpen your seatbelt. This takes some setting up to do.
All right. I love setups.
The Bears got destroyed by the Eagles 31-3 on Sunday.
Correct.
Brothers Chris and Kyle Long faced off against each other during the game, possibly for the last time. Near the end of the game, the Eagles defense did the electric slide on the field as a group celebration. This upset Kyle Long, the Bears guard, who said, "I could give two expletives about their celebration. If they want to go on Dancing with the Stars, that's great for them." Joy, are you in or out on the electric slide?
Okay, that's the twist. I'm very in on the electric slide. It's the best dance ever for any party, for any birthday, for any wedding, any celebration.
You gotta
At any
feel it.
time, you can just bust out the electric slide. You don't even know the song.
It's electric.
Exactly. You don't even need to hear the music. If you're really good at the electric slide, you can show off anywhere. So I'm very in on the electric slide.
And I argue if you're born with X amount of melanin, you know how to do it when you're born.
You don't even need to be taught.
No.
You don't even need to be taught.
It just looked and you're like, oh.
No, it's superior. It's way better than the wobble. It's silly wobble, cha-cha
the wobble
slide.
is
I think
great.
they're even like in the same category. It offends me when people are like, "Oh, I don't want to do the electric slide. Let's do the wobble."
No, you have to do the electric slide first, then the wobble's a workout. The wobble is
makes
Richard
me sweat.
Simmons or Ben Simmons.
That's drink time for me at the parties.
What, wobble?
Yeah, now I gotta go get a drink.
I am. That suit's done.
Anytime all the ladies are rushing to the dance floor with their shoes off, I gotta go. It's time for me to go. I gotta go get a drink. But Kyle Long, why don't you relax with the whole Bill Parcells twinkle toes? All right, you can go Dancing with the Stars.
I'll tell you what.
Here,
the defense should not be celebrating on the field.
Why don't you just take that L and head on home?
Yes, I understand, but we don't see defenses doing celebrations.
No, and I like it. And the Eagles are playing great. They deserve it. Have fun. That's what this is all about.
They're playing tic-tac-toe on the sidelines. You see that?
So fun.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. They're still not going to go to Super Bowl. But
they're
move on.
Goodness gracious. Next in or out. Reports say that Floyd Mayweather has been considering a 51st fight. No talks of McGregor rematch from the money team.
Thank God.
But earlier this month, when McGregor was asked about McGregor 2, he said, "If I got another go, I would beat him." Joy, are you in or out on Mayweather fighting anyone else other than McGregor?
I'm in. Yes.
You want to see Mayweather fight?
I don't like Floyd Mayweather. I think that's pretty clear. I've made that. I think everyone knows my take on Floyd Mayweather.
Very
not
clear.
my favorite. And if he wants to do something stupid, like put his perfect record on the line again, have at it. Be ridiculous. There's no reason why he should do this fight. I would totally watch, and I really believe he would lose.
Any fight?
If he fights an actual boxer.
If he fights an actual boxer,
yes.
You said that he tweeted. He put on Instagram a couple weeks ago. He was punching the bag pretty hard.
He was punching the bag hard?
Strong jabs.
Yeah. That is what he does. He's a boxer, so that's cool. But the bag doesn't punch back. Remember?
He's retired, though.
Yeah.
You want him to get more money. I'm out on him. I'm out on him fighting again because I don't want him to get any more money.
What?
No more money for Floyd Mayweather. He's got generational wealth now.
So he can't make more? Why are you hating?
No, I'm hating because I don't want him to get more money.
I don't care about that. I just think
you want him to lose.
It's stupid for him to come back, so come back and lose. That's fine. Okay. It's ridiculous. It's perfect even number. You're doing too much. So I'm in on it. Okay. Go for it.
LeBron.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say LeBron.
What has LeBron done now?
The king of content is at it again. The noted Dallas Cowboys fan LeBron James revealed his favorite player to watch in the NFL is Carson Wentz. LeBron added that also about the Eagles. He said they've got a really good team. Mm-hmm. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a Browns fan. But I'm a fan of sports. I know sports. LeBron James, he knows sports. Uh-huh. Joy, are you in or out on bandwagon jumping?
I'm in on it if you completely commit to that being your brand, like Drake. We all know that. We all know that Drake. We all know that Justin Bieber.
Yes.
All right, are huge bandwagon jumpers. All right. Whatever team is playing great, that's the team they're on board with, right? When the Heat were good, you saw Bieber down there on the edge with his little hat.
Yes.
All right, that's what he does. Mm-hmm. So if that's who you are, just own it. But you can't do the whole like, oh, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I like the Eagles, bro. Hey, what? You do know sports, so you know that they're in the same division, then, right? Like that doesn't work.
Yes, but those guys, is there a chance that they're just fans of greatness?
Sure,
LeBron
you can be a fan of greatness.
Yeah.
You can be
which is a nice way to say
bandwagon jumper, right? Exactly. Whatever is great and good at this particular moment is what you like, but just own that. You're not a Browns fan. That's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful to Browns fans.
He is a Browns fan.
No, it's disrespectful for real. If I was a Browns fan, I would be upset with LeBron.
Ohio State Browns.
No, he is not a Browns fan.
He Indians
wore an Emmitt Smith jersey to a Browns game. You're not a Browns fan, dog.
It's Emmitt Smith though.
So.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
Yes.
Just go all in, LeBron. I'm not going to judge you if you go all in. Like okay. I'm the best basketball player currently playing basketball on this earth. Therefore, I will only like other athletes that are playing great right now. That is a brand I can get behind.
He might as well. He basically said that.
Don't claim the Browns. Come on. Let them suffer in peace.
I know sports. Like yes, we know you know sports, LeBron. Thanks for getting that on record.
Yeah, that's like kind of a thing you say when you're like a little insecure about what you just said. You know.
Yeah.
Like I know this.
I know. The snaps look good when he's walking in 3 steps and the 5-step drops.
Pre-snap motion is a thing.
Wait a minute. Let me say this, though. Were you a Steelers fan before becoming a Miami fan? Because this might explain you bandwagon jumping.
And I also, well, first of all, I've always been very clear about this. I'm a Dolphins fan through the first, 8 games of the season, and then they're out of the playoffs, and then I very easily transition over to the Steelers because they're always competitive and in the playoffs. It's a very nice life.
But they're going to lose to the Patriots.
Well, yeah, this year they're going to lose to the Patriots because the Patriots are going to go to the Super Bowl and Tom Brady's going to win another championship. We know this.
Glad we're clear on that. Moving on.
All right. What else am I in around on?
Steph Curry and JaVale McGee made a bet surrounding their college basketball teams that left Curry rocking fanny packs to the next 3 Warriors games. Mm-hmm. He's already worn one. Looks pretty good. I like fanny packs. Joy, are you in or out on fanny packs?
I like how you preemptively gave your take there.
I want to make sure I didn't forget to say that I like them.
I'm in on fanny packs. As I get older, all the things that I despised as a young person, I think are very functional and useful now.
Why did you dislike them at any point in time in your life?
Because they look ridiculous. But now, I'm a lady. I get the little thing right here, If I don't do crunches every day, I get the little poof, and it's like clips right there. It just kind of hides it. They sell fancy ones now. They have Gucci ones,
Really? Mm-hmm. I need to get fanny packs.
Rihanna's on this, actually.
Rihanna's been on the fanny pack game?
Yeah, Rihanna's been rocking the fanny packs. I'll show you some pictures.
I need a fanny pack, an extender. That will, I never met a fanny pack that likes being around this waist. It's a lot of tugging and pulling and
you need the extra clip, the extender in the airplanes.
Yes, extender clip air. I need that because I go to Lane Bryant and they don't have them there. They don't have any fanny packs anywhere for me.
No, I think if you rock the mullet and the fanny pack, you're my dream man. Mullet, fanny pack, and maybe show up with one of those kid carriers with the naked cat in it.
Stop. We're not bringing back this naked cat. How far are you on the naked cat thing right now?
I'm pretty far actually. I haven't made any aggressive moves yet. I want to wait till after the holidays. I feel like the cat deserves that. So that I can get I'm doing some traveling, some things going on. I have some stuff on my plate. I want to make sure that the cat has my full attention.
Post Super Bowl cat?
It is probably going to be a post Super Bowl cat.
Yeah, yes. Post Super Bowl cat. We have a post Super Bowl cat party at your place.
Yay! My niece actually threw a party for her dog the other day. How do you feel about that? It was a cute dog.
Was it Paw Patrol themed?
Ashley's in on dog parties. She loves her dog. Yeah. No, it's too much. I'm not doing that.
I can't wait to see what you name it.
I have to think of something good. I think Fred or something.
No. Okay. Next.
No.
We're moving on.
All
right. You're Queen Patty. Who's getting it this week?
Derrick Rose. All right. It's time for me to make an announcement to the entire world. I think it's really important. And what I'm going to say
Tell him, Joy.
really matters. All right. And I've been on this for a very long time. And it's fine. Look, I don't know Derrick Rose personally, but I don't like Derrick Rose, and I never have, and it's just where I am. All right, maybe like I enjoyed his game when he was playing well. He's like interesting, sure, okay, fine. But Derrick Rose is fraudulent. All right, and he's on a personal journey now. He's taken a leave of absence from the Cavaliers to do some soul searching. He's going through a lot of injuries, which should be news to no one. He's lost passion. And really, like, if you're out there and you're trying to find an app, right? You're like, I need to get rich. I need to come up with an app. Make an app that alerts me when Derrick Rose is not hurt. All right, because I keep getting these like Bleacher Report alerts, like, oh, Derrick Rose injured. I didn't even know Derrick Rose was not injured to then be injured again. When is the transition from Derrick Rose not being injured?
That's my top. Just one of my top 5 takes of yours.
What?
Just the Derrick Rose not injured app.
Right.
Turn the notifications.
You feel free to take it. I mean, I don't need any credit. I don't even need a percentage, right? Because it would be very useful for my life. So just make the app and then let me know that it is. It's Derrick Rose not injured alert app. That's what it is. And it's not a diss on Derrick Rose being injury prone because he can't control that. I don't imagine that he doesn't work hard. Like, some people just get injured. Yeah. That I understand.
He might work too hard.
But it's not even about that. He's just a fraud. He doesn't play basketball. Dude does not play basketball.
But he knows how to.
He knows how to play basketball, but he doesn't actually play basketball. Well, all right, and maybe this is to blame on. Maybe Adidas is to blame for this. All right.
Oh yes, for sure.
Because for some reason, everyone out there, except for me, and maybe Derrick, know that this dude doesn't play basketball. He just doesn't. When the Cavs signed him, I was like, and what? Like, for what? I'm not even that person, but like, I got one creaky knee, and I think I would contribute more just running up and down the court and like passing the ball off as quick as possible.
New Derrick Rose with dreads, he had potential, and now he's soul searching.
No, he didn't, because now he's soul searching. He didn't do anything.
I didn't know you could do that. By the way, just leave because like you don't feel like coming in.
Really though?
Is that what it is?
Yes, you can if you're Derrick Rose because you don't actually play basketball.
It's not fair. It's not fair to say.
I don't think anything I'm saying is unfair.
No, that's true. But
do you remember when he was talking about his contract and he was like, "Well, I really just need to make money because I want to be able to walk at my son's graduation." What? Like, how is that a thing? Dude, you've been injured like 98% of your career. And it's, you know what? He's
2%. He won the MVP.
He's a fraud. Well, we're gonna get to the MVP in just a second. All right. Well, let's start from the beginning. All right. You remember that time that he didn't take the SATs? And look, I am not a book smart person. All right. I took the SATs 3 times. I'm not gonna tell you what my score was. It was just enough to get me into college. All right. I took it 3 times. All right. And the first time was the best time. It just got worse after that. All right. I understand. Like, I would love to have someone else take the SATs. It's
a lot of pressure.
But I didn't. It's actually not. Everyone does it. If you're going to go to college, you got to take the SATs. It's kind of the thing. You got to just sign your name and fill out the little bubbles.
I took the ACT.
I took the ACT too. Anyway, he had a friend take the SATs for him. All right. And then because of that, they had to vacate all their wins from that season. And people make it seem like he was like the closer there. He had a chance to seal that game with 10 seconds left. Memphis up 62-60, and he missed the first of his 3 throws, and then Mario Chalmers hit the game-tying 3. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do remember this. John Calipari
sent the game into overtime. Kansas won. Mm-hmm. All right, so they lost that, and then they had to vacate all their victories because he cheated. All right, now if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So I get it. Like I said at the beginning, it's not his friend. It's his friend's fault now.
You stand up to Derrick Rose.
It's his friend's fault now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So his career has been fraudulent from the very beginning.
Yes.
And then let's get to the MVP. All right. Because everybody hangs it on like, oh, well, Derrick Rose is an MVP. Is he? Is he now?
I mean, statistically, yes.
So the year he won the MVP, right? No. I got something for you. Because LeBron should have won the MVP this season that Derrick Rose won the MVP. All right.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And look, LeBron should win the MVP every year. We know that. All right. Like I give LeBron a lot of crap, but of course he should win the MVP every single year.
That's how much he should, because honestly, you say it. Honestly,
except for last year, because Russell Westbrook broke an impossible record.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And he was that entire team. He was everything on that team. So the year that Derrick Rose won the MVP, LeBron had the edge over him in scoring, rebounding, field goal percentage, PER.
No, he didn't.
And win shares.
LeBron did.
In fact, the only thing that Derrick Rose averaged more than LeBron in was assists. Rose averaged 7.7 assists. LeBron averaged 7.
Ooh. Do people know about this?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do because you can look it up in the number thing.
So it was Adidas and Big Sean coming out because he was in a music video.
So that year, the Bulls finished 4 games ahead of the Heat for the 1 seed, right?
Yes.
And then Heat gave them that work in 5.
Okay.
They didn't push back though. Pushback, right?
Yeah.
That was like the whole term that year.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bulls are a tough team. They gave the Heat that pushback. Like yeah. Gentlemen sweep in 5. Enjoy that. There you go.
I knew the Heat was going to.
We gave you that nice that nice one win to make you feel good, right? Because you got the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's a joke. I've had it, and he may be the first MVP to never make the Hall of Fame.
Oh God!
If you put Derrick Rose in the Basketball Hall of Fame, I'm going to have a fit.
Don't have a fit on him, Joy.
A fit.
Don't have a fit on him.
I haven't had a fit in a long time. I'm going to have a fit. And this is what I'm doing right now is not a fit. This is what I do every single week on the Petty Report. This is not a fit.
That is fair.
Am I wrong? Like
Yao Ming deserves to be in there. If Yao Ming's in there, Derrick Rose can get in there. That's all I have to say.
Based on what?
Mm-hmm.
You're just
good data.
Good data fact?
Good
That's
data
not
fact.
fair. You can't just throw that out there. Anyway, I'm done with everyone pretending like Derrick Rose plays basketball. I'm sorry, Derrick. Like, I understand you're injured, and that's not your fault, and I'm not blaming it on you. But everything else is complete fraudulent, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you fooling everybody. Just
get an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy, something. Don't throw away that damn BlackBerry.
Oh yeah, he is on the BlackBerry
thing. On the BlackBerry.
Yeah, that's not good love.
It's fraudulent.
Yeah, it is fraudulent. All right, that's Petty Report. All right, loser power rankings.
Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings. These are the losers of the week.
Miami Hurricanes. And Roll Tide.
Bama.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that both of these guys are on the list.
Excuse me, rude. First of all, the Canes lost to Pitt badly, 24-14 on Friday. So now they're 10-1. And I knew that would happen. I went to the game. I brought my nephew and my nieces there, and two of my nieces went to Pitt, graduated. One is still there.
Wow.
So I'm going against the family, but it's fine. They love me, so it's okay. But I knew that was going to happen. Like, Pitt is that trap game. They always play up. We talked about it beforehand.
Yes.
It had that, what did you call it? It had that upsetty.
It was upsetty. Yeah. I woke up in the morning, I was like, ooh.
It feels upsetty outside.
It feels upsetty. I'm going to text Joy.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I think you probably jinxed it. But really what it was is they were focused on Clemson. Like, they got Clemson in the ACC title game. And now they control their destiny because they've got to beat Clemson or they're not going to make the college football playoffs. And Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Nick Saban, who I have, extra special feelings for. Although he was very cool with my brother. He's not looked well upon in Miami. His Nick Saban era.
Oh, yes.
The offense was
bad. It
was quite brutal, yes. But they also lost. They lost to Auburn, 26-14.
Great game.
Was a great game, actually. But now there's all kinds of, now the college football playoff shockingly has been thrown into chaos, which is just original, right? It's a new thing. So it's impossible to explain how this goes, but I'm going to try and figure this out, right? And this is why they're both losers, because they both would have easily been in with no question. And now a lot of stuff can happen, and especially for Alabama, like if Miami loses, they're out. Like, fine, bye-bye. Like, they're not going to make it in.
Right.
But Alabama does not have a strong strength of schedule. So, like, when we think of Alabama, like, yeah, they're definitely in the college football playoffs. Not entirely, because the winner of the SEC championship game, which is Auburn or Georgia, will probably get in, even though they will both have 2 losses.
Right.
Wisconsin, if it beats Ohio State in the Big Ten title game, will be undefeated. They have to be in.
Yes.
Even though Wisconsin's getting no love. But if they beat Ohio State, they have to get in.
Negative
be
love
undefeated.
for Wisconsin.
Yes. As I mentioned, the winner of the ACC title game, Miami or Clemson, will get in. Oklahoma, assuming it beats TCU in the championship game, I'm going to assume that they will. Sorry, Ashley. Sorry about that.
I'm rooting for TCU, Ash. Just for Ashley, though.
Why? What about Baker?
Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry, never
mind.
I literally forgot about Baker. How dare I?
How dare you? We love Baker.
Go Sooners.
We love Ashley, too, but it's not, we're messing up for
Oklahoma. I want to see TCU in the playoffs.
And then Alabama, okay, so they lost to Auburn, which is the number 6 team in the country.
Yeah.
Could be out if all these things line up and happen. It's very complicated. I'm sure Joel Klatt has a full breakdown of it on some Fox Sports outlet on social media. They can break it down better than I can. But either way, they're both losers this week. They could have just taken care of business, and they didn't. They were the better teams, and they lost, so they're losers this week. All right, Moving right along, unless you have a take.
I just want to say, real quick aside, as a Notre Dame football player, alumni, seeing Bama and Canes, 2 big losses in that stadium, in the Hard Rock Stadium, to both of those teams in recent history, warms my heart that you put them in loser power rankings.
Oh, okay. Well, that was for you.
Jordan does not care at all.
It was for you because I love you so much. By the way, I mean, that stadium has like 700 names. What name was it when you played there? It definitely was not Hard Rock.
Sun Life?
Okay. So you had like it was Sun Life for like an extended period of time. Yeah. It's like Dolphin Stadium.
Good data facts, by the way. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? You're just guessing?
No, not for sure.
I can't even believe anything you're saying anymore. You like say it, and you're like, gut data fact. All right. I gotta go look it up anyway. All right. Number 2 on the loser power rankings is the Memphis Grizzlies. Because Coach Fizz is my dude.
Yeah.
And I was very excited when David Fizdale got this job. Miami rides hard for Fizz. He was there with us during the LeBron era. LeBron and Dwayne Wade tweeted whenever he got fired, they need answers. LeBron tweeted, I need some answers. Feel like my man was a fall guy. First of all, I mean, LeBron, you know what happened. Like, I mean, come on, pick up the phone. Like, we have to do that. Like, LeBron knows what happened. Just tell us.
He had answers before he tweeted
that. Right, before he tweeted that. Like that is actually, you're right. So that was kind of, he told us, actually. Feels like my man was a fall guy. All right, so he was a fall guy then. Yeah. Because, like, you obviously know what happened.
Yes.
Dwayne Wade also tweeted, I need answers. What the F? They both have the answers, so just tell us. But I feel bad for Fizz because he did not deserve to be fired. Mike Conley is out indefinitely with an Achilles issue. Now, I know they've lost, 7 in a row? So he benched Marc Gasol in the fourth quarter. Gasol's having this whole issue with it. He obviously is mad about it. I don't like when players trump coaches. Even if you're a superstar, like when LeBron did this with David Blatt, I didn't like it. Maybe David Blatt wasn't a good coach, but you picked him.
Right.
And there's got to be some sort of authority structure, and it can't be the player. You can't be everything. We know LeBron does everything, but LeBron is also on a whole nother level. Let's just take LeBron out of it because he's actually on a whole nother level.
Yeah, LeBron doing it makes sense to everyone.
Sure. Even though I still don't like it.
No, of course not.
But it is LeBron.
Yes.
But Marc Gasol, no. They were in the playoffs last year. It is not David Fizdale's fault. And sometimes you just got to ride with the structure that it is. I hate when teams panic. And now what? What's happening with your season now? You got an interim coach. And what? David Fizdale's going to move on to another job. He's going to be successful there because he's a good coach and he's a player's coach. Players love him. It's going to work out for him. So Grizzlies, huge losers, and I condemn you to 10 years straight without the playoffs.
Shout out to Steven Jackson.
Shout out Steven Jackson. Stat.
He put out a nice long Instagram video.
Oh, yeah.
Clapping back at the Grizzlies. You got him on the hang tomorrow.
I do have him on
the hang
tomorrow.
For that.
Facebook Live.
Yes.
Facebook Live.
Shout out.
/Fox Sports 1. Steven Jackson will be on with me on the hang, and I will ask him about it. But he got into an Instagram beef with Chandler Parsons. Sack about that life. So he was not holding back. He basically said that Chandler Parsons is I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he basically said he's got $100 million and now he doesn't play hard. He's not a soldier.
He did say that.
Came for a neck.
Shout out to the Killer Threes.
Yes. Love the Killer Threes. Yes, my dudes. All right. Number 1 losers of the week. And I've got a great story to go along with this. The 49ers fans were cheering after C.J. Beathard went down because they got to see Jimmy Garoppolo. And who was it that said that's not what their fans are like? Someone had a nice funny quote.
It was there's a bunch of 49ers fans.
All right, so it was someone from the 49ers.
49er players.
Yeah, one of the 49ers players was upset because the 49ers fans were booing when CJ Beathard went down.
Eric Reed said it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Reuben Foster.
So, sorry, Eric Reed and Reuben Foster, but they're that's not a reflection of our fan base. It is actually. That's because your fan, literally, that was your fans doing it. So it is a reflection of your fan base.
But they're on the team and they said it wasn't.
Okay, but it doesn't matter because it was literally your fans doing
Got it.
So I understand. The thing to say is we don't like it and we wish our fans wouldn't do it. But to say that's not what your fans are like, no, it is what your fans are like. And they're losers for that because your season is not going to magically turn around now that Jimmy Garoppolo is in there, even though he did fine. All right, and threw a touchdown pass. It was everyone's excited. So now we have 6 quarters and 2 minutes with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's very exciting.
To be exact, 6 quarters and 67 seconds. 67 seconds of great football.
2 minutes was too much. That's an actual fact. So there you go. Thank you for correcting me on that.
Of course.
So we have 6 quarters and 67 seconds from Jimmy Garoppolo, and he is still widely considered the next coming of Tom Brady. And I don't think that's going to happen. I maintain that he's going to be a bust. Regardless, cheering when someone goes down is despicable behavior, and it's inexcusable.
Yeah.
So this slides right into my story from the weekend, which I have been waiting all podcasts to give you. And you tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like I'm right, but I could be wrong. I'm probably right, though, because I'm right about everything. So
I'm speaking for the people, so I'm letting you know what the people think.
All right.
Okay.
This is fine.
I'm listening.
I'm at the Pitt Panther Miami Hurricane game in Pittsburgh last week, Friday. And at the end of the game, I think there's like 2 minutes left, one of the Hurricanes players goes down, right? They're down by 10 points. They're not coming back, right? It's an incomplete pass. The clock has stopped. They're not coming back.
Yes.
There's not enough time. Like, literally, there's not enough time left in the game to do this, right?
Strategically, it's not going to happen.
It would take a miracle.
Yes.
Okay? But more importantly, the kid is injured, all right? He's rolling around on the ground, and the trainers come out, and there's a woman, like 3 rows up, a little to my left, yelling. She's like, "Get up, you're a bum, lazy ass." I mean, she's saying it. And listen, full disclosure, this is a middle-aged white woman. That's a young black kid on the field, right? Ooh. So, my spider senses are tingling. And I'm like, I'm waiting for her to like, please don't say
have dreads, did he?
What I think. I have to look up the player that got hurt. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Regardless.
Yes.
Okay. This is the scenario that we're in. All right. I'm with my nieces. I'm with my nephew. Okay. But I can't help myself, okay? So she's yelling at this kid. I'm listening. I'm waiting for it. Because if she says it, it's going to pop off, right? But, I'm waiting for it. I'm going to remain calm until she actually says it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm waiting for it, though. Oh. So she keeps yelling. She's like, lazy ass, bum. She's, like, insulting this kid. You're trying to stall the game. Screw you. I'm just kind of, looking at her, like, it's very weird behavior.
Right.
Right? Like, this is not what you do at football games. This is not what you do at high school games. This is not what you do at college games. It's not what you do at professional games. You don't flip out when someone is injured.
No, I've never heard of it.
It's absurd behavior.
Right.
So, it's just weird that she's doing this. So I'm looking at her. I'm like, this is weird. She goes, "What? Oh!
To you? Oh! She said it to you, Joy.
Oh, no. No. Oh,
she asked you what?
I mean, she was confused, obviously. Obviously, she was confused as to what was happening. Okay, wait, what? I'm like, what? Are you talking to me? She's like, what? He's stalling the game. Now, look, my family knows how I am. So my nieces are like, oh, this could go badly. This could go badly really quickly. I'm like, look, lady. You need to relax, all right? You're here. You need to take it to here, all right? That's a kid on the ground that's hurt right now. Do you understand where we are?
Mind you, you're screaming at her so she can hear you.
Oh no! I'm not yelling. I'm speaking loudly. Okay. She can hear me though. I'm looking at her. I'm like, you need to calm down. You need to relax. She's like, what? He's stalling the game. I was like, he's not stalling the game, first of all. What you're saying is insane. Second, that's a little kid. Like, you're a grown woman. I'm a grown woman. That's a kid playing amateur sports right now. All right? For your entertainment.
Yes.
She's like, what? What, are you not a Pitt fan? I was like, I don't even understand what you're saying. Like, what does that even mean? I was like, it doesn't matter who I'm here rooting for. Right. You need to relax and stop yelling at this kid that's hurt. He's hurt, and you're being rude. All right, you need to calm down. So I turn around. I'm like, I've said my piece, right? I'm not gonna be that person who fights in the stadium in front of my nieces and my nephews.
Yes.
Right? I did the right thing. So I'm just gonna be calm now. I turn around and shut the ears off. Right?
Yes.
I do the adult thing. Anything she says from here on out, I do not hear. Except for my nieces did not do that.
Ooh.
So I just remain calm. I'm like, I'm just gonna it's all good. Kid gets up. We're all clapping. We're all making sure we clap very high and loud.
Yes.
He's up off the ground. God, that you are not hurt. So we're leaving, and my nieces are like, I really tuned them out. Like,
oh, so you're already,
I didn't even know what was happening. Like, I know if anything happens beyond this point,
yes,
there's a good chance I'm catching a case. Like,
Right.
I need to just focus on not that lady.
You was kind of ready for it, too. You was dressed in all black that day.
So they tell me they're talking to her now. I'm not. They are. So she begins yelling at me. I made the right decision, right?
Yeah, okay, for sure.
I'm going to tell you why. She starts yelling at me, you need to get a degree.
Ah!
You need to get a degree. You need to learn about football.
Squeeze me.
You don't know what you're talking about. You need to learn about sports.
Wow.
And like all of these other things that like obviously I probably would not be sitting across from you right now. Like obviously I did the right thing. I did the right thing, right?
No disrespect,
So,
but how dare this lunch lady?
I don't know.
How dare
I don't
she?
know, but my nieces who are like, like looking at me, looking at her like, all right, Joy's not paying attention right now, so we're not going to tell her this is happening.
Yeah.
But they're like, lady, you really need to calm down. Like, you don't even know how close you are
out of pocket
to everything
right
in
now.
your life changing dramatically. Like, please calm down. Anyway, so we got out of there safely. I did not make YouTube
Yes.
with a fight in Heinz Field, but so I did the right thing, right?
Yeah, for one, she's the number one loser this week.
Okay.
Whoever that lady is.
Yeah, that
You're
lady.
the number one winner. Congratulations. Look
Thank
at you, Joy.
I didn't know how you were going to respond to that story.
Will your 17-year-old self be proud of you or disappointed?
No, my 17-year-old self would have been up in those stands. Like,
But are they proud of you, of your growth? Are you proud of your growth? Young Joy, proud of your
I
growth?
need to get a degree? I mean, excuse me, but who the bleep are you talking to like
That's a
that?
small-minded
She said,
insult.
What? She said what to me? Oh,
Learn about sports, Joy Taylor.
learn about sports.
Joy Taylor talks. Learn about sports.
Learn about sports. You know what? They're stalling the game when they throw an incomplete pass and they lay on the ground. Stalling the game.
I'm proud of you. Thank you for being here today. Because
She
you could
really-
have not have been.
You know what? You're right. I
Yeah.
could have not have been.
Yeah.
I could have been on the news.
Okay.
And I didn't. What's your gut data fact? Do you like that story? I thought that was a good
I
story.
know. I mean, any story where you just miss fighting someone, especially an middle-aged
That
person.
lady doesn't know how close she was to like it never being the same for her.
Just
ever
a
again.
Taylor gang fight.
I mean, no, I can't let the children get involved. I can't.
Little hands.
There's only one of them who would have not had that on their record for the rest of their lives. Everyone else was over 18.
Yes.
So I couldn't allow them to
Okay.
get
Yes.
involved.
You're being a responsible aunt.
I was being a responsible
Aunt.
aunt.
I'm sorry I said aunt.
Auntie.
I don't like aunt. Okay, let's move into gut data facts.
Okay.
We talked about the 49er fans.
Correct.
I, for one, enjoyed Jimmy G's 67 seconds.
It was a very handsome 67 seconds.
Yes.
I
You.
agree.
Do you know of the 3 snaps that we're referring to?
Yes.
I mean, I'll run it back.
Okay.
Scramble for 4 yards first snap.
Right.
False start. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down. Second snap. Completed a 9-yard pass to convert a 4th and 6. Third snap. Scramble to his left. Completed a 10-yard touchdown pass.
It was a beautiful
to a wide receiver that I'm not even going to mention. As time expired.
You forgot to find out who he threw it to.
No, it's Lewis Murphy, but like, who was that?
Yeah, well, okay, fine. Yeah.
Okay, and that touchdown pass made them 1-10 on the season. They're going to lose the game anyways, but
Right.
more to come. Good stuff to come.
Okay, so what's
Okay.
the gut data fact?
You predicting he's going to be a bust. I'm predicting, gut data fact, Jimmy G had the best 3 snaps with a new team by any quarterback in NFL history. In the history of NFL, think about it, Joy. The first 3 snaps with a new team. I'm talking Joe Montana and Kansas City Chiefs. Like the history of the football league thing, national. Best 3 snaps.
Okay. Well,
Give it to me.
You are wrong, but it was a. No, you are actually. Colt McCoy.
Colt
on his
McCoy.
Second snap. He came in for the bench Kirk Cousins to begin the second half and threw a 70-yard touchdown on his second play.
Cole McCoy did. For the Redskins.
So, but it was the most handsome.
Yes.
Start.
The most handsome first 3 snaps.
Yes.
For the 49. Thank you, Joy.
So we can say that.
I appreciate that because Cole McCoy's not in the running for most handsome. No disrespect.
No disrespect.
No,
Jimmy G's
this
he's
is-
like a handsome guy.
He's
He's like elite level handsome.
He is elite. He is front cover of GQ. ESPN.
In like a sweater, right?
Oh my
Like a
gosh.
thick sweater, right? With a kind of like.
Yes. What was that? What was that? Our magazine that Bill Belichick was in the front cover of. It was like New England Weekly.
Oh yeah,
and his wife.
it was like the Cape or
yes,
something.
Yes. Yeah. I can see Jimmy G on that cover.
Bill Belichick was working that cover though.
Yeah. I would say Jimmy G's going to take over for Tom Brady with Uggs. That's good data fact too.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, well, no, that's not happening. But I like the gut data fact. It was a good try.
Thank you.
It was a good, but the handsome one I'll give you.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm glad that I'm not in jail.
I'm very happy about that.
Me too.
Extremely excited about that.
I really just I'm so proud of myself really for making the right decision in that spot. It could have gone so badly. If I heard her say, "Do you get a degree?" I mean, it's darkness.
I would say this: if I was there, I mean, if this ever happens to us, I think we should probably get in a little of a scuffle just for the podcast sake, just to tell the story.
Just for the story?
Yeah.
I don't think that'll fly with the police, but
they'll be fans at this point.
We only did it so we could talk about it. Oh, okay. So once the podcast is that big, then we could be like, oh, we only did it like for the podcast story.
Yeah. And they'd be like, oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, totally. They deserved it, probably.
Yeah. I subscribe. I listen every Tuesday.
Stadium fights are the worst. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Subscribe.
Yes.
Share with your friends. We love you very much. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, I didn't tell them to do something in the comment section.
What?
They have to do something. I tell them to do something in the comment section.
Yeah.
Especially your comments.
Give us comments.
Give us comments
about how you feel about the podcast.
Generic, very generic.
Right.
Just go do that.
All right. We'll catch you next week. Love you guys.
Bye.
Maybe I'm crazy.